All right, guys, I'm back. Feels good to be back. It's Eric, free NFL bets. I usually do this podcast on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, so I'll get back into my routine. It's just a little too busy this past week, finishing up my preseason research and so forth and so forth. But anyways, let's get into it, guys. Really pumped to talk about the games. First game up, we have the Miami Dolphins traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are -1 point favorites at home, and totals at 46.5. So this is the first game the Colts are going to play, and first game at home, but obviously the first game without Jim Irsay being their owner. And I don't know. I'm kind of a believer, not kind of. I am in moments and spots where these emotional things and huge significant events affect teams. And I just think the Colts are going to sneak a win here for Jim Irsay, guys. I think they are. I think the Irsay family, I think he has 3 daughters that took over ownership of the team. It's been a family-run team for like 60 years, 55, something like that. And so I'm not betting this game, but if I had to, I would lean the Colts. Even with Daniel Jones, guys. Even with Daniel Jones, I like Lou Anarumo, the new defense coordinator who came over from the Bengals for the Colts. I like him, and just historically, Tua Tagovailoa and Mike McDaniel is just awful on the road. They don't win on the road very often, and if I had to lean, I had to pick a side, guys, I would go Colts -1. I'm not touching that. Over under, I do lean under 46.5. I kind of like that. I thought about betting that, but it's week 1, guys, and I will say this, guys, unless you really, really know these teams, and like as bettors, guys, we want to bet the most predictable outcome, right? I mean, that's what we try to do, or that, at least in my opinion, that's what bettors should be trying to do. And Daniel Jones, we know what he looks like. Do we know what he looks like in this offense? No, but we kind of know what Daniel Jones is. So we have an idea of Daniel Jones. We have an idea of Tua Tagovailoa, but still, it's week 1. I'm going to be cautious. Lean Colts, lean under 46.5. Next game up, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and man, this spread is creeping up. It's at -3.5 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's see what the total's at here. It's 46.5 as well. A couple of 47s out there. And I spoke about this. So go ahead, follow me on social media, guys. I'm at Easy Money Wins with an S at the end, at Twitter, at Instagram. On my YouTube handle's now that as well. And I've been giving out all these breakdowns of teams this offseason. Every single team I've been breaking down. I've been posting videos online about it. And I spoke about the Panthers, guys. I like this Panthers front 7, their defense. I think that they're going to be much better against the run this year. I think that I still like, I forgot the defense coordinator's name. I still believe that he has command of the locker room or of his defense. And I like the offensive line for the Panthers. I think the trenches for the Panthers is competitive. I think that they can stay in a lot of games this year. And Bryce Young showed a little bit of ability at the end of last season. And so I like this Panthers +3.5, guys. I really respect Liam Cohen, the new head coach of the Jags, but I don't trust Jacksonville to win by more than 3. I know it's crazy even against the Panthers, but I could easily see Jacksonville win by 3 or less. I could see the Panthers winning this game. I'm not going to bet this game again. It's week 1. Still a lot of kind of unknowns and moving pieces, coaching wise, player personnel wise, for this game for me to get involved. So I'm not going to get involved, guys. But if I had to, I like Panthers plus 3.5. I need to see the Jags actually look good before I can believe them winning by margin right now. Total, I lean under 46.5. The two secondaries for this team are not very good, guys. That's for sure. So if you like, Ted Tyora, McMillan touchdown, you like Brian Thomas Jr. touchdown for the Jags, I can't blame you on that either, guys. But I'm not convinced that this game's going to go over this total. Both defenses are capable of being stout in the red zone and forcing field goals. Okay, next game up. Steelers at the Jets. And I'm in play on this game. I have a 5-unit max bet, guys. And I'm not going to talk about it on here because I'm trying to funnel everybody into where I'm giving out all my free picks. So this 5-unit max bet is still a free bet, guys. And all you have to do is just click the link in my podcast. I have the link there in the summary. If for some reason it's not popping up there, all you have to do is go to my Twitter or my Instagram at Easy Money Wins with just one S, or sometimes it's two S's. It has the red background and the Benjamin Franklin picture on it. So yeah, just go to those social media sites or the podcast, click the link, guys, and that link will give you access to my free 5-unit max bet for this game. All right, next game up. We have the Giants at the Commanders. Spread is +6, +6.5 with some juice. Total is at 45.5. And the Giants' defensive front seven is really damn good, guys. They're going to be able to cause havoc in a lot of games if they can stay healthy. And that's a big if, because last year, 5 of their starters on the defensive line missed the last 5 games of the season or something like that. For the Commanders, they're ancient on their defensive line and linebackers. I think the average age of their defensive front seven is 32 years old, which is crazy. So that's the situation for the Commanders front seven. Both of these secondaries are a little iffy in my opinion. Now, Andrew Thomas is not going to play for the Giants left tackle position. James Hudson III is going to play. He has a lot of experience, so I'm not too concerned there. And Washington doesn't have a tremendous pass rush right now, so I think the Giants can move the ball here, guys. Commanders, obviously with Jaden McDaniels, they got Laramie Tunsil in the offseason. They're going to be fine offensively, guys, or at least they should be. Terry McLaurin signed his contract, so I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that the Commanders can be in okay form here, but I like Russell Wilson. We've seen enough of Russell Wilson on different teams throughout his career. He can still lead an offense to be efficient, guys. I think the +6 is too many points. I'm thinking about betting this. Again, if I get there, go ahead and click that link, and you will get all my free plays for the entire season, guys. Over-under is 45.5. Divisional game. Washington was such a huge over team last year. Russell definitely gives a boost to this offense. And even with all that said, I still kind of lean under the total here. Both front sevens are good, even if the Commanders' front seven is ancient. They're old, ancient, and healthy and good right now. So I still think that both these defenses force field goals in a divisional game. Stays under that total. Next game up, we've got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. Spread is -5, -5.5 to the road favorite, Cincinnati. Spread total, is at 47.5. 48s are popping up. And this is the thing, guys. Zach Taylor played his starters in the preseason. And why was that? It's because the last 4 seasons he's lost the home opener. He lost to the Steelers with Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett at starting quarterback. He lost to the Patriots last year. He lost to the Browns at Cleveland Browns a couple years ago as well. So the Bengals have looked awful week 1. what did they do? They prioritized playing their starters. Okay. They looked really good in preseason offensively, defensively with a new defensive coordinator, Al Golden. They were playing a lot of vanilla defenses, like basic coverages and all that stuff. So, I mean, they didn't look that good though, guys. They did not. But I still like the Bengals here, guys. I don't think they have the best defense, and it's tough taking teams with the worst defense to win the game by margin. It is. But it's kind of a tough one, guys. And I've been going back and forth whether or not I want to bet the Bengals -5, but I just go back and I'll say this again, guys. And this is kind of the angle I'm taking this year is if a team wins the game, guys, if you know the team's going to win the game, they're going to cover the spread like 83% of the time. And obviously, if underdogs win, they're going to cover the spread. But still, like every single week without fail, and I'll recap it next week. There's only like 2 to 3, sometimes more than 3, sometimes only one game a week where the favorite wins but does not cover. Now, it already happened this week with the Eagles winning by 4. They didn't cover the -8, -7.5 spread. So we already have one this week that's happened. And I don't know, guys. I feel very confident that the Bengals win, and I think they cover this spread, guys. I might get there with this bet. Go ahead, click that link to see if I get there. Total-wise, I think this game goes under. 47.5. I think it does. Now, Flacco is an over quarterback. He can push the ball downfield. He throws interceptions a lot, and that leads to overs happening. And then the Bengals have an explosive offense, obviously. But the thing is that I like the Browns defense, guys. They're talented. I think they can slow down the Bengals enough. 47 is kind of a high total on the board this week. For the Bengals defense, I'm optimistic that they can play well. And I'm just not a believer in Joe Flacco, and the Browns are going to want them run the ball. So, yeah, I lean under, guys. Not a play for me. Next game up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the New England Patriots. Spread is -2.5 to the home favorite, Patriots. Total is 43.5. And, okay, so this is the Ashton Ginty opener. This is the Pete Carroll first game for the Las Vegas Raiders. This is Mike Vrabel's first game as a head coach of the New England Patriots at home, or just, as the first game head coach. And I'm staying far away from this game, guys. Geno Smith did beat the Patriots last year with the Seahawks at New England. And this game did go over the total, but not over this total. It landed 43, I believe, last year. And bottom line is, Drake May with Josh McDaniels, the new offensive coordinator, former offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots. I really like that marriage, that partnership. But again, it's week 1, guys. I need to see everything work. But on the other side, I really like Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator. I like Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator for the Raiders. And there's a lot of really good coaching going on in this game. And I don't see a clear separation of player personnel to make me want to jump on one side and bet that side. So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna watch this game. If I had to bet, I'll take Vrabel in his home opener -2.5. Give me that. But I'm not gonna play this game, guys. Total 43.5. Drake May last year, he was like 5-1 to the over at home, and I lean over. But I know the Raiders want to run the ball, play good defense too. So does Mike Vrabel. I'm staying away from that game, guys. That's a weird game for me. All right, next game up. We've got the Arizona Cardinals at the New Orleans Saints. Cardinals are -6.5 point favorites. Over-unders at 43.5. I see a 42.5. And the Cardinals were not good on the road last year, guys. Well, sometimes they did win on the road. I'll take that back, but it wasn't by margin. If I'm remembering correctly, I think they didn't win any game by a touchdown or more last year on the road. And I even against the Saints guys, I got to see it first. I love this Cardinals team this year. They return all offensive linemen. They know how to run the ball really, really well. The Saints cannot stop the run like at all. I love what they did on defense with all their draft picks. The Cardinals. I think the Cardinals defense is going to be slept on this year. I think they're going to have a top 10 defense. I'm bullish on the Cardinals, guys. And even with all that said, I, for some reason, just can't bet them this week. I can't. It's just, there's not enough new coaching or improved player personnel overall, in my opinion, right now in this moment. Like maybe in the years the rookies get better on defense, that I'll feel even more confident for the Cardinals to win by margin on the road. But right now, week one, I need to see it. I'm not betting on stuff that is unpredictable. Well, I'm not betting on stuff that is an unknown. Right now, the Cardinals winning by margin under Josh Gannon, whatever the heck the head coach name is. It's Gannon. He's kind of a weird guy. But I need to see it first. Guys. So I'm going to stay away from this game. Cardinals can't do it yet. Maybe they do it this week. Over under 43. I kind of lean over in this game. Spencer Rattler's kind of sporadic. He can score, but then he can also create interceptions, and that leads to quick points. I lean over. I'm not going to bet that total. All right, next game up. Final 1 o'clock game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. First of all, spread's -1, and it's been dropping. There's been a lot of Falcons money coming in. And so the line is down to -1 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Total is 47 and a half. And simply put, guys, I'm not a Michael Penix believer right now. His last 3 games last year, he showed some promise. But he also showed, in my opinion, a lot of flaws and a lot of predictability in his passing game. And I just flat out would rather have Baker Mayfield than Michael Penix in this game. And even without Liam Cohen there anymore as offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they promoted somebody in-house, so it's going to be the same offense. And Tampa Bay has the better defense, in my opinion. Falcons still have a experimental pass rush, so to say. I mean, they have 2 talented rookies, but we'll see how they pan out. The offensive lines are pretty much equal. Both are missing their left tackle. But, I mean, bottom line is I really believe the Buccaneers have the better defense, the better offense, the better quarterback, and the better head coach with Todd Bowles over Raheem Morris. So go ahead, give me the Buccaneers -1. I might bet this game, guys. Total, I lean under, actually. I lean under, guys. And I am an under better. I know I've been saying under for a lot of these games, guys, but I mean, I need to see what these teams look like. We kind of know what these teams are for the most part, and they did go over the total last year in these games, but for some reason I think healthy defenses prevail week 1 for this game and stifles the team a little bit, both sides, just a little bit. So yeah, that's where I'm going. All right, 4 o'clock games, guys. All right, Broncos hosting the Titans. Cam Ward's rookie debut against the Broncos, and spread is -8.5 to the home favorite, Denver Broncos. Totals at 42.5. And last year, the Broncos were like 5-2, 6-1 to the over at home. And they were just really catching a rhythm, guys. And they took care of the bad teams last year, guys. They covered the spread, I think, their last like 5 home games, something like that. Like under Sean Payton, Bo Nix caught his rhythm. The defense is one of the best in the NFL. Like, they took care of business at home last year, guys. They were winning by margin. And my friend told me about this, and I kind of looked it up a little bit. I went back the past couple of years, and rookie quarterbacks in week 1. So rookie quarterbacks, obviously they're making their first start in week 1. rarely cover the spread, guys. Rarely. Like, it's an extremely profitable trend. And I think I'm going to get there with the Denver Broncos, guys, minus 8.5. I know it's a big number, but Broncos proved to me last year they can handle the bad teams at home. Broncos have a great offensive line. They have plenty of wide receivers. Bo Nix in his second year. Sean Payton's a very good head coach. This team likes Sean Payton right now. They're responding to Sean Payton. They have one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the NFL. I think this is a buzzsaw moment. I don't think Titans have a chance in this game. Not, their defense is... I like their defense a little bit, actually. But not on the road week 1 in altitude at Mile High. Cam Ward, that offensive line is still below average. He has rookie wide receivers and older running back, Tony Pollard. Give me the Broncos, guys, minus 8.5. Now that under 42.5, it's a little weird. I actually lean over here. I could see the Broncos scoring like 30 here. Tennessee fighting hard and getting like 2 touchdowns. I'd land 44. So, yeah, I lean over, not a play on the total, though. Probably going to get there with the Broncos minus 8.5. Next game, got the San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are +1.5 home dogs. Total is at 43.5. And I like the Seahawks here, guys. I don't know why, because I don't like their offensive line. But the 49ers defense is really young. They got a lot of rookies, a lot of inexperienced guys, but Robert Saleh's back as defensive coordinator. I mean, this is just a game, guys. I need to see what's going on here, guys. I need to see what's going on. Sam Darnold's at quarterback for the Seahawks now, obviously, but I could go either way in this game. It's a tough game, guys. It's a tough game. I am going to stay far away from this game. Sorry, that's not much of a breakdown, but honestly, I could. You just hear me rumbling back and forth on both sides of how I like both sides, and I'm not sure. That's where I'm at, guys. I'm a kind of bullish on both of these teams this year to actually play pretty well. Over under wise, I think it stays under 43.5. I really like both defenses. Even though the 49ers defense is inexperienced in a lot of key places, I still like them in this game against that average offense line against the Seahawks. I think they can disrupt the Seahawks. I think this game stays under 43.5, guys. Next game up, we got the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. It's -2 to the Packers, home favorite. Total is 47.5. And this is a game, again, guys, I'm staying far away from this game. I'm not betting this game. If I had to bet this game, I'd bet the Packers -2. Too much turnover for the Lions, coaching-wise. Obviously, losing Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator, and Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator. They're still very talented, but their offensive line is kind of new a little bit. Like 2-3 guys on there are newcomers, or not newcomers, but rookie or didn't start that much last year. So I don't know how the Lions' offensive line is going to be this year, guys. And then, obviously, the Packers' defense, I like their front seven. But the secondary, I think, can still be beat. I don't trust Jared Goff for the Lions. It's a wait-and-see game for me, guys. I do lean Packers at home, -2, though. I think they pull this one out, guys. I did think about betting the Packers, but I was like, let me just wait and see, guys. It's week 1, guys. Best thing we can do as sports bettors is, lay off games we're not sure about. Don't force anything. Like this season, make sure when you place a bet, it's apparent. It's obvious. You're like, oh yeah, this has to be a bet. I have to bet this. And not because I have to have action, but just because it's checking off all the boxes. I need to play this game. So over underwise 47. I think this game goes over, guys. I think both offenses have their way in this game, guys. I really do. I think one team gets out, they'll push the tempo, and points will come in. So I like the over in that game, actually. Next game up, we got the Texans at the Rams. And man, so CJ Stroud on the road versus winning teams. And obviously, it's week 1, so we don't know if the Rams are a winner or not. But historically, the Rams are a winning team, a playoff team. And I think that's why the money's come here for the Rams. It was like -2.5 earlier in the week, and now it's up to -3. And it's because CJ Stroud is not good on the road against above 500 teams. He's just not. He might have one win on the road. I don't even know if he has one win on the road against an above 500 team since he's been a quarterback. Well, since he's been in the NFL, obviously. So I'm not bucking that trend. The Texans have clearly the better defense, but the Rams' front seven's really damn good, in my opinion. Well, except for linebacker. Their defensive line is a beast, in my opinion. The Rams' defensive line is. But their secondary, not a believer in their secondary. The Texans have plenty of wide receivers, but the Texans don't have a good offensive line. So, I mean, the Texans have an amazing defense, but Stafford has plenty of weapons. His offensive line is healthy week 1, which is huge. When the Rams' offensive line is healthy, the Rams' offense clicks and it works very, very well. So, I lean Rams -3, guys. I'm not playing it, though. Over-under's 43.5. I kind of like the over here, even with the Texans' defense being really, really good. I still like the Rams to get into the mid-20s. I think the Texans keep it competitive. I could see 24-21 sneaking over the total, guys. All right. On to Sunday Night Football. We've got the Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills. And wow, this line, I think, flipped. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe I'm not remembering the line correctly. But the Ravens are 1-point favorites on the road. What's the total at? Let's see what the total is. I haven't looked at this total yet. 50.5. Wow, that's high. And so I made a big bet on the Bills in the playoffs last year against the Ravens, and that came through because of Mark Andrews failed 2-point conversion in the divisional round of the playoffs, and I was for sure Buffalo was going to win. Nothing's really changed for much of these teams, but I still don't have. No, I'm not sorry. I've changed my mind. I feel like Baltimore's going to win this game, guys. I'm not going to bet this game, but the Bills just don't believe in wide receivers. Like, they just don't. They let Mac Hollins go. Not that Mac Hollins was like an amazing guy, but I mean, he was their leading touchdown receiver last year. And I mean, you got to really rely on this run game. And I mean, it's a beast of a run game. The Bills are with Cook, Ray Rice, not Ray Rice, or is it Ray Rice? It's not Ray Rice. I forgot the second string running back's name. But yeah, I don't know if this Bills offense can keep up the Ravens offense. The Ravens offense, Lamar Jackson, they get to 27 points like it's nothing, guys. Like it's nothing. The Bills have a good defense, but still, I lean Baltimore to get a little bit of revenge here and win this game. Over under, I like both defenses, but let's see, it only landed 49 last year. I don't know, 50.5 is kind of high. Week 1, little rustiness with offense. I don't know how they're going to be like clicking on all cylinders. Give me the under 50.5, guys. Give me the under 50.5 there. All right, last game up, Monday Night Football. Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. Bears are plus 1.5 point underdogs at home. Sorry, excuse me, guys. And flat out, I like the Bears. I think I'm going to bet the Bears, guys. They look good in their second preseason game. That offense was moving the ball very, very well against the Bills. And J.J. McCarthy has not looked great in preseason. He's a rookie quarterback still because he didn't play last year. He was hurt. And Bears at home, Ben Johnson era. I like their defense. I like the Vikings defense. It might be on the total in this game too. I think it's 43. Let me see what it is. Oh my gosh, of course my computer wants to be weird. Okay, it's working now. Let me see. It's 44. So yeah, I like under 44 points, guys. I'm not a believer in J.J. McCarthy leading this offense and just having his way. I'm not a believer in Caleb Williams and the Bears offense just having their way against the Vikings defense. So I think 44 is way too many points. Not way too many, but I think it's a little too many points. I think that might be the one total I do get involved with this week, under 44 points there. But the Bears, I like their new offensive line. I like Caleb Williams under the direction and command of Ben Johnson. Bears have a great secondary. Bears have a solid defensive line, solid linebackers. They're at home. Excitement from the fan base should be there. Primetime football. J.J. McCarthy's first game starting on the road in Monday Night Football. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be on the Bears. I'll give that out. That'll be my free play of the week on the podcast. Bears plus 1.5. Bears money line. I will be on the Bears this week, guys. But for all my other plays, guys, please go ahead. Click the link in my bio. If you're watching on YouTube, go to Twitter at Easy Money Wins. Go to Instagram, Easy Money Wins with two S's at the end. Click the link in my bio. That will give you access to all of my free plays, all my free bets this year, guys. All my bets this year. And last year I won 40 units. So if you put $100 on every unit, you'd be up $4,000. So I've won in the NFL, I think like the last 4 years in a row, something like that. And I'm hitting it like a 55% clip, which is really, really, really damn good. I know what I'm doing, guys. I put in my research for the NFL. I mean, for anything that I bet I do, but I'm rolling in the NFL, guys. Go ahead, click the link, guys. Follow my free bets. Let's make money together. All right, guys. Best of luck. I'll see you next week.